Knee howdy! Welcome back. This is Ret King VGC with another week of the VGC Pals Draft League. And this week is week 2. I'll be playing the Wildfield Whale Lords. And let's get right into this. Looking at my opponent's team, first thing that jumps out at me is Mega Gengar, a terrifying Pokemon in open cheat sheet, and an absolute fucking terrorist in closed team sheet. I mean, come on, it has an amazing speed stat at 130 outspeeds everything on my team. Be sure. One of the best utility move pools. Disable, Will-O-Wisp, Icy Wind, more, etc. Perish Song, most notably, and an incredible, absolutely, probably the best ability in this game, to be honest, in Shadow Tag, which prevents your opponents from switching out, limiting their options, and giving you the ability to perish trap people. You've seen the Wolfie videos if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Besides that, there are two pairs that are pretty threatening, in first pair being Hawlucha and Snorlax, threatening entrainment and no guard fissures, notably on Snorlax. Could be any one-hit KO move, but specifically fissure here. So a flying type coming to this match is pretty much guaranteed. I have to have one. Strong Trick Room Abuser pairing is the next one, and Hatterene and Conkeldurr. Very bulky, both of them, especially Conkeldurr. Physical bulk. Hatterene can set up Trick Room itself, so it doesn't need Trick Room setter. It is a setter, and they both threaten huge damage. Besides that, it gets a little bit rocky, at least what I can see. There are two weather setters, Politoed and Ninetales, but they don't really have a weather abuser on the team, so nothing I'm really worried about since I don't have a weather reliance or any weather on my team. Notably for the others, Fernape is a very fast fake out user and can hit strong fire and fighting type moves. Heliolisk is kind of just a bench warmer. I know it had like the niche where it could counter Basculegion on ladder, and it has some abilities that synergize with weathers, but really it's just there. Empoleon looks incredible on paper with its steel and water typing and the competitive ability, which gives it special attack raise, high special attack raise, so +2 whenever its stats are lowered. But it never ends up being good. I don't know why. Maybe because it doesn't have like good water stab. I don't really know. It's never been a good Pokemon, so I'm not too worried about it. Moving on to the speed stats. As you can see, my opponent has very fast Mons and very slow Mons, not much in the middle, which is really good in Pokemon. As you probably know, Trick Room as an option really rewards having very slow Mons. And going first is that's the best strategy you can do. Going first, hitting super effective. Wow, crazy, I know. So, kind of at a disadvantage in that place. But luckily for me, they don't have a very good control option outside of the aforementioned Trick Room. Some of you might be looking at the start and noticed that my opponent's team is pretty physically frail. My team's kind of physically frail, and their team is even more physically frail than mine. And if you notice that, you're very astute and awesome, and you should play VGC. Anyways, also, moving on to the type chart, you'll see that my team, or not my team, their team is very weak to ground. Super weak to ground. I mean, there's only one immunity, and also their team is very weak to electric, with only one resistance. And Psychic is also a key weakness. So with all that in mind, let's hop into my team builder and see what I made. Alright, so looking at my team here, as you can see, I ended up bringing Mega Garchomp, Rotom Fan, Household, Mega Floette, Espathra, and Arcanine. Core of my team really is Mega Garchomp and Rotom. Pretty much with these two, I can beat almost every single Mon on their team except for two, which I will get into. And the Perish option is kind of shaky. So, that being said, my leads are going to be probably most of the time, if not every time, Rotom plus Espathra. These two can deal with the two most threatening leads, or the two most common leads, I should say, being Gengar and Fernape, and Hawlucha Snorlax. Espathra has enough special attack to one-shot a max HP Mega Hawlucha with the help of an Electro Web from my Rotom. It also has enough HP and defense to survive a Conkeldurr knockoff, along with a Seed Berry for Gengar Shadow Balls. So it has other moves as well. Skill swap for shenanigans. I could skill swap off the No Guard off of Snorlax. That way they can't they can only one shot Espathra, and Flash Cannon as a last second addition to hit Hatterene for big damage. Let's go on to Rotom. Rotom here outspeeds every mon with its speed investment plus Choice Scarf on my opponent's team, so that I can get off Electro Webs so that my other mons can outspeed. Volt Switch is for Trick Room, so I can switch out, or not Trick Room, sorry, for Perish Trap. In case it gets trapped on the field, it can just Volt Switch out and count that Perish Song timer. Or I guess getting rid of it. Trick is just there for a fourth move, and Air Slash is there to hit Conkeldurr. Makes sense. Alright, on to Mega Garchomp. Mega Garchomp is here to bring the damage, max attack, and enough speed to outspeed Timid Gengar at -1. So while that is -1, Garchomp will outspeed everything on the team. And then the rest is just in full. Makes sense. Moving on to our support mons, we have Maushold. Maushold is just here to keep things going in Trick Room along with Arcanine, and that way I can stall it out and maybe deal some damage. Arcanine is trained to survive a close combat from a Black Belt -1 max attack Conkeldurr and a Fairy Feather Dazzling Gleam from Hatterene. It can switch in, survive that double up, and then click Extreme Speed, or in case I need to chip something later mons, or if I need to finish off a weakened target, I can click Flare Blitz to deal big damage, something, get a big chunk, and Snarl to reduce damage from special attackers, and Protect to stall Trick Room. Protects if you're fan of Trick Room team. So all my mons have protected Rotom because it's Scarf. Maushold. Maushold is pretty basic set. Max HP, max speed. That way it can outspeed and encore things. Super Fang to technically deal some damage. It'll just half their HP, so I can get big damage off Rotom, Garchomp, and Protect to stall out. Spring Guard and Focus Sash to Spring Guard to help allies survive, and Focus Sash to keep it alive itself, because there are a lot of big damage moves on the opponent team, and there's no way this thing's going to survive a close combat from... Oh yeah, that looked bleak. Last up, I added Mega Floette. Didn't really know who to add in this last slot, but I figured a alternative to Mega Garchomp. As you can see, it has one more speed in case for whatever reason I bring both. I probably won't. But it's here to do Mega Garchomp's job in case the enemy's team is too Mega Garchomp focused. So yeah, with that being said, let's see how the sets go. Alright, so getting into the set, sorry I had to play on Showdown for this one. I was out and about at a friend's house, and it would have been kind of weird to record a game while hanging out with a friend. So you'll have to deal with Showdown gameplay. As you can tell if you were observing, this is a 3-game set. Spoilers, I lose one of the rounds. Yeah, here's game 1. And honestly, it's been a while since I played this, so we'll be reacting together. I have honestly no idea how this goes. However, looking at my opponent's team, they brought some of the scary duos that I was worried about. No Conkeldurr though, which I'm happy to see, to be honest. I think crazy damage. But Hawlucha Snorlax with the entrainment, Fissure being threatened, Gengar, Infernape is another good combo, and then Hatterene is a strong Trick Room attacker. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think Garchomp looks incredible here. There's only really one Mon that threatens it. Maybe two if you count Hawlucha plus Snorlax, but yeah, let's see what I do game one or turn one. So there's my lead. I had set this in the prep. That was my lead for most sets, and there it is. They end up leading Hatterene and Infernape. So they're going for Trick Room here. Playing for this, I am probably just going to... What do I do here, I wonder? This is kind of a bad lead into Trick Room. I would say probably just like leaving both in is fine. They don't really threaten either Mon, and getting off some damage would be good, and then I can start switching. Like, oh, the trick is nice. I forgot about that. Okay, so notably, they have U-turn on the Infernape. So that is a great move. Although, I guess it's some just to get some damage on maybe if I brought like Sash Espathra, or just to deal damage to Espathra. I don't really see why else you would bring that. Maybe it's Scarfed. There's no way it would be Scarfed and slower than my Rotom, so it's probably not Scarfed. Maybe it's probably Sashed. Oh, I don't really see the point of U-turn, but gone. They're definitely clicking Trick Room here. Lumina Crash does not much damage. Oh, they actually click Dazzling. Wow, that's crazy. Why would they do that? Okay, yeah. So here, let's see. So from here, I mean, I no longer have the Choice Scarf. Hatterene is forced to click Dazzling Gleam, which isn't going to do that much at the time it's Fairy Feather. It's going to be rather slow, so I can just start clicking damaging moves like Air Slash. I can try to get some flinches and damage into Snorlax. Or I can hold switch, I guess. So I brought Floette. Interesting. Okay, so it's a Yawn set. So it's just probably max bulk plus Yawn. I'm just switching in Floette. Okay, yeah. Oh, that Flash Cannon did no damage. Honestly, I should have just... Oh no, I didn't bring Baton Pass because they have this stupid... Because if you don't know, Baton Pass does pass Perish Song, so I ended up not bringing it. I remember now. Honestly, that Gleam is doing a lot. Body Slam, KOs. I brought both Megas? What am I doing? I'm trolling, dude. What am I doing? Kills. Golly, that Moonblast did so much. This might just KO or something, man. Earthquake, yep. To me. Wow, I did so much. That's a kill. Oh, it froze though. Like, no. Oh, I did thaw. And this is Moonblast definitely. Oh, that's right, I brought second. That definitely. Okay, so here, I'm actually at the advantage because if they click Perish Song, I would be the last one to get KO'd because I have the slower Mon. I have the slowest Mon. Garchomp. Which is crazy. Actually, no, it'd be Garchomp here. So, actually, I think my Floette would be slower. I think in the E, because I think Garchomp is slower Omega, but it should be faster Omega. This is looking kind of bad. I think the move here is to protect Garchomp plus Dazzling Gleam. I kind of have to get a I can't double protect here or else I will just lose. So I think I have to protect Garchomp plus Dazzling Gleam. Hope I survive the Sludge Bomb and they fake out Garchomp. I think I lose. Okay, well they would have faked that pullback. And Sludge Bomb. Okay, well that was the correct move there. But let's see. Yeah, I do survive that Sludge Bomb. Still don't think I win though, unless they're not sashed. Which they are. So yeah, a lot of trolling there. I think I was playing on my phone, so I was like super unlocked, not locked in. Like, there's no reason to bring Floette to this team. Floette doesn't do it here. And I think my prep was kind of poor. I mean, Flash Cannon isn't going to do like any damage into Hatterene. I think just clicking Lumina Crash is probably going to do more damage overall. Yeah, kind of a troll route from. But I learned a lot from my opponent. I learned most of the things I could have assumed. But Ice Punch, Body Slam, Yawn was good to know on the Snorlax. Substitutes, it's like whatever on Gunnar. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Fairy Feather, Dazzling Gleam, Trick Room, probably Psychic and Protect on the Hatterene. Too surprising there. Alright, moving on to game 2. So I actually end up leading Garchomp plus Rotom, which makes sense. I probably locked in after losing and realized that these mons can't really do anything to Garchomp plus Rotom. So I can just kind of click Earthquake. Web, so I outspeed. Grenade. And I don't understand why they're just clicking U-turn every time to switch into Snorlax. It doesn't really work unless you have this slower move, but it's fine. Mega Garchomp. This Earthquake probably kills from here, but I wanted to play it safe and hit that Iron Head. I mean, from here, it's curtains. Ice Punch doesn't kill. It could fish for the freeze, which I probably will. But I mean, Electro Web plus Earthquake is just going to do so much damage. Try to go for a double protect. I actually missed that. I still get the Earthquake off, which is what really matters. That's so much damage. I mean, 46 to Snorlax is crazy. This thing's probably max HP, max defense. It's just Body Slam, Yawn, Fissure. I don't even have to care. I can just swap out Sack, Mousehold. Who cares? At this point, I don't even know if this thing has Fake Out. All they've clicked is Close Combat and U-turn. Assuming it has Fake Out. Why wouldn't it? The miss on Electro Web's been really annoying. But I mean, it's fine. Close Combat doesn't kill Garchomp, and Garchomp just kills both. Oh my god. So many misses. And that's game 2. As you can see, I adapted really well. The only mon I lost was Mousehold, and that was pretty much a planned sack at that point. With Garchomp plus Rotom pretty much sweeping through everything on that team. And go on to game 3. Same lead from both. I think they've clicked U-turn every single time. I honestly think that switching. I mean, what's the downside of just clicking Earthquake or like Air Slash, Iron Head? I mean, the only thing that can the switch in there, switch in Mega plus Iron 2. That could be good, but Fake Out plus Trick don't. And now I have my 2 that are here to stall out Trick Room. Arcanine plus Mousehold. Arcanine takes no damage from that Dazzle. And that Flare Blitz does a lot of damage. Here I can double protect. Safe move. Nope. I mean, they can Fake Out. They're going for freezes, by the way. Crazy. maybe going for give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're going for a read. I switch into Garchomp, but there's no real reason to, right? I just don't need Arcanine and Maushold. I really just need Garchomp and Rotom, especially with the Hattery being so low. So honestly, all I need here is chip damage. Actually, I don't even need chip damage. All I need is like some damage on the Snorlax, and I will just win this game. I will win this in game. Let's see this way. Why Blitz? Okay, yeah, exactly what I did. I can just protect Garchomp and Flare Blitz. That's a lot. It's kind of bad. Flare Blitz, that's a lot. I think I should have always Flare Blitz. I think it's a misplay. I think I should have always Flare Blitz the Snorlax slot, because that way I can get more damage on Snorlax so it has less threat on Garchomp, and I can keep the Hatterene on the field so that way they can't get into Ons that won't just get KO'd by Garchomp. A better situation so I can get Rotom in. I mean, you could call that a read though. You could. But they could have protected Snorlax there. But if they protect Snorlax and attack with Gengar, they're not doing enough to Garchomp. Because as I saw earlier, Sludge Bomb is their only move. Their only offensive move into either slot. So they'd have to hit Arcanine, deal significant damage. And if they do that, then I get it Rotom, which gives me speed control, and I win the game unless I miss Electro Web. If they hit Garchomp, they do some damage. It's kind of annoying, but it's not enough to make a big difference. So the only real threat there was Snorlax. So I think that was always the best of that slot there. Here I can just double protect to avoid the fake out. Oh my god, that's crazy, by the way. Why did I do that? I didn't have to do that. Actually, wait, no. I'm actually a genius. Protecting there is such a good move, because if they just fake out Sludge Bomb, like they can't KO Arcanine here, because if they do, then I just win the game. So just stalling out with Garchomp and being annoying about it is definitely the best move. Then I can Flare Blitz this. Actually, I wonder if Flare Blitz into Extreme Speed would kill this Infernape. Okay, it doesn't. But it does break. I do break the Sash. Let's see how much damage they actually do. And they don't even do. Not even close. That must be a jolly Infernape. Wow, that did 0 damage. Garchomp's the GOAT. And then he clicks Earthquake and get 3 KOs. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, Garchomp. That's why he's LeBron James. That's why she's LeBron James. Sorry. Excuse me. And yeah, that's our set. I hope you enjoyed my analysis of this set. I think the future games, we have maybe 1 or 2 more games of post commentary, and the rest will have live commentary. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one.